Good morning, everybody. I'm just getting ready like everybody else, first thing in the morning. I hope everybody else is having an easy morning if you're joining me. I have grabbed my coffee and relatable. My character is sitting there scrolling her phone. And I thought it would be a good thing to go through the shop update. I tend to every Wednesday get on, well, actually, most days I tend to get on first thing before I have to sit down and do my work and just kind of chill and do a little maintenance in the valley, all of my little prepping things. This way I don't have to do all of this stuff on stream. So let's start with, oh, our pumpkins are green. I watered them last night, but I didn't think they would be ready for harvest this morning because I just planted them. So first thing in the morning, let's go pumpkin hunting. Um, ooh, got a nightthorn thing. And then I'm going to use my macro, which, just as a small tip, and I'll probably put this on my Twitch later, or on my, do a video about this on YouTube and maybe on TikTok. I have a Razer keyboard that I game with. It's a Huntsman Elite because I had my original Razer was, oh, it was so pretty. I missed the coloring of it. It was white and silver, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And the problem I had with it was that, and eventually just the buttons kept sticking. And at that point, my husband wasn't into building keyboards. You learn. I tend to not worry about the mini games or the special pumpkins. But on this keyboard, I have Razer Synapse installed, and if you have that, there is a tab inside of Razer Synapse called Macro, and you can create different sets of keystrokes that when you press any button on your keyboard or any grouping of keys on your keyboard, it will run through that particular button press sequence once or continuously or as often as you want. So my husband showed me, and I built a farming macro and a digging macro. So I have 4 buttons on my keyboard dedicated to to Dreamlight Valley and an entire profile at this point. So when I hit the home button next next to the page up button, it will continuously hold down a fictional E button for me. So I could sit here and drink my coffee first thing in the morning and watch my character pluck up all this gold for me. I just now realized that I was too lazy to go get a farming buddy. I do recommend having this with a farming buddy. I watched a video last night of, oh gosh, I can't think of his YouTube handle, but he also streams Streamlight Valley on here. He's a wonderful dude. I will link him after the video or after the Twitch stream. I'll link him here and in my YouTube video. He did a segment on how many farming buddies do you need to get a guaranteed triple drop of pumpkins every time you farm with your buddy. Um, After a lot of Dreamlight and a lot of patience that I will be honest, I haven't developed yet, um, he learned that you need 16 farming buddies and 16 members of the valley doing any one particular job to be able to get a maximum of 3. So the count is a single farming buddy has I don't remember what the percentage was he said, but a single farming buddy, you have a percentage, I think it's like 10%. Where's the other coin? There it is. Crap. But you have a chance, yes, you have a chance to get them to drop an extra pumpkin. And after he did the math, he learned that it was 6 farming buddies to get a guaranteed double drop. So you pick one, they drop one. And then at some point, he realized while he was farming that sometimes the buddy was pick one, drop two. And he's like, wait a second, I can get a guaranteed third pumpkin every time. Well, what? No items available. Oh, I must have put them away. Oh, I haven't bought them. That's what happened. I planted all of them last night. So in his video, he did a series where he would plant one, and then he would take a buddy and go do the math, and then he would add 2 until he got to a full triple drop, and he learned it was 16. So my takeaway, which let's sell right quick. Well, it's early. It's first thing in the morning. I can't think and sell at the same time. So first thing in the morning. So where was I? So what he did is he would plant, and I know I have a 200 pumpkin plot because I created this plot last night. I was laying in bed watching Sailor Moon and digging pumpkin spots on my Switch, or my kid's Switch. I now play it after he does. But he would pull up pumpkins, do the math, and then if it wasn't a 100% guaranteed third drop, he would then go through and add 2 more buddies. And that's how he got to the point where he learned it was 16 specifically. His takeaway was after 6, it's not really worth it if you have to use the Dreamlight books to convert someone. My takeaway was from here on out, every new person becomes a farmer. I'm not going to spend Dreamlight on it because Dreamlight is precious and I want large chests, which at this point I've only got 1 more large chest to go, and then my current storage situation is handled. I took down I had large rooms dedicated to different types of stuff like everyone else did. And I took a slightly different tact with it. I started using different floors in my house for different things. So on the 2nd floor, I called it my maker studio. And I had a really cute craft room. It's the only thing I'm a little sad about with the new, improved storage is I don't go down to my craft room now. But I had this huge craft room with all these different objects in it. And off the 3 rooms that are off the main room, I use those as my storage units. And inside of those, I would have all of my different chests. And everything on that floor would be decorated similarly. And then on the 3rd floor, I had a kitchen that had a Moana meets Lion King vibe to it. It was really interesting and very pretty. I'll have to take y'all down there. We've got about an hour prior to the update, so maybe I'll show them off on this stream. And I like to eat the things where I only have a few of them first to get rid of some. That's an important spot. You can't keep it with a single item anymore in my world. Which, yes, I'm using my macro right now to plant everything. And I miss going down there and looking at those rooms. I wish Dreamlight Valley would not only allow us, I know we can name the rooms, which is wonderful, but I wish we had the ability to rearrange them. This way you could have all your decorations set up on a different floor before you tear down the room you want to put it on. And you could literally just swap them. Like, say, swap the right hand room on floor 5 for the one on room on floor 1, which would be really nice. Or let us change out which floor is floor 1. Like, trade floor 12 for floor 1. This way you could rotate through without having to tear down the rooms you've already built. I know it's not that big of a deal to go up and down the stair or up and down the elevator, but it'd be kind of nice to be able to just swap it around on occasion. So if you're just joining us, I hope everybody is having a good and chill morning. That's the only thing, is if you do any tabbing, your macro will stop working. There we go. So I hope everyone's having a chill morning. Grab a cup of coffee. We're settling in for the next, at this point, 49 minutes until the rollover happens, so that we can get a little like prep for the valley going, do a little like daily maintenance. We're going to run around and get rid of a couple things, see if we can get a few Dreamlight Valley duties done, get us some of that Dreamlight so we can make all these wonderful chests I'm talking about. I used to have a lot of Dreamlight. Now I have a lot of storage space, and that's kind of where we are in my life. So I'm trying to rebuild. My theory is once I get all the chests built that I want to get built, which I think I only need one more at this point, then the Dreamlight will start stacking up again. I prepped before the update to have a lot of Dreamlight for when they released Olaf and Moana, or Olaf and Mirabelle, because my thought was that Encanto was going to be the same way Frozen was. Can I help you? Can I help you? he has been all he has been following me around this morning. It's been really entertaining. Normally I run around the valley and I'm so busy I don't always notice when a character and I keep interacting. But I turned on my game this morning and Maui's just standing there in my front door, like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, I was here last night. Um, but I stocked up a lot of Dreamlight because I wanted to be able to open the realm quickly. I didn't want to have to wait for it. Actually, we're going to do it this way this time. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll do it this way. And then they gave us a plot line which opened her house up to us, and I didn't have to spend Dreamlight to open a realm, and I was like, well, okay. Which I guess they did it the way they did it because the books cost a lot of Dreamlight, the chest cost a lot of Dreamlight. I guess they were giving us a break, which I appreciate. I personally, I come from the land of games where the developers don't care about you. So I have to admit that even with a few of the things that people are being very, a few of the things that have upset the community quite a bit, like I know there was a lot of upset around the shop. I was not thrilled with the pricing. I will admit that much. But I build websites for a living, and I do a lot of web development. So I understand how a testing product bundle, which is what I'm going to say happened, because as a person who has been in her field for 15 years plus at this point, I do genuinely believe it was an accident that the Scrooge McDuck items made it in. So here's my theory. My theory is that these are not static images, because that is not the smartest way to do that as a developer. The smartest way to do it is to have a background, which is this nice purple piece that has the pretty gradient, and have that be a background image on a segment or a div. I'm going to assume they're using something the equivalent of a div, which is basically a box. And then inside of that, you can see how it's a single item and then it's two stacked, a single item and two stacked, and a single item and two stacked. So the way you can program that is you can have this section pick up an item code. And then you can have this little box right here pick up an item code, and this little box right here pick up an item code. So on the back end, it's basically a spreadsheet. And that spreadsheet says item slot 1, which we're going to call the big one 1, is this product. Item 2 is this product. Item 3 is this product. And then what it does is the game auto generates this image here. And then you have like a name text field. And then it'll say, okay, so these 3 items are named this. This is the image the video game creates. So there's not a person in the art department creating that image. They would have created all of the individual images, which sometimes, honestly, as a web developer, a blue chest, as a web developer can take way more time. But the benefit is, for them, is they can then take and mix match codes. Like, you can have, in a year, after the 50th anniversary posters and the Art Deco posters are not quite as I'm sorry, I thought I saw a jack-o'-lantern. What? Oh no, I just see a piece of gold that's shining funny. That caught me off guard. This way, in a year when the Art Deco pieces aren't that like impressive and everybody's got them, they can then say, well, instead of having Toy Story and Frozen and Princess and the Frog, let's have a bundle that has just the princesses. Or let's have a bundle that is the Fab Five. And they can mix and match which of those posters are in those product bundles. So that's what I think happened. I think that the developers were testing and were using products that were already in the game, so the Scrooge stuff, while the art department was still creating the images for the premium shop only items, because they had to be able to test it. That piece probably took months. We're talking 6+ months to develop. They probably were developing the premium shop before they released the game. They just didn't have a good way of doing it, and it had to be tested and run through development and QA'd and all that good stuff. So that's what I think happened. And because I'm willing to cut the developers a little slack on that part, mostly because they made it right, and they made it right so quickly. So this is another trick I found on a stream. I watch a lot of streams while I work because, 1, it's calming. 2, I like the background music. And 3, it's kind of nice just having someone chill and talk to you about Dreamlight Valley. It's very soothing. It's like having a cubicle mate that you like talking to. But one of them, I don't remember whose channel I was on when I found this one. I'm going to start linking all the people I like to follow in my YouTube videos so that people can see where I'm getting my ideas. She created what she calls a wood gathering location. After accidentally learning that it does not matter what tree is in a biome, all trees in the Forgotten Lands will drop the Darkwood, even if they are not Forgotten Land specific trees. And as you can see, like, it's happening as we sit here and look at this. She also learned that these trees right here seem to be the easiest to navigate around when you're gathering wood, and they have a good drop rate. So she started setting up these little like pallets using, I think I used the gravel, just a nice good contrasting. Why I think she used brick, the white brick, so that it's easy to see the dark wood, because the dark wood is so hard to see on this purple ground. So what she did is she did this, and then she keeps, or I put a chest up here because I like having the ability to do that. And then she has this, and she decorated it a little more than I have. I'm not putting a lot of effort into this biome yet, not until we can get rid of these green fires. But she uses that to make it easier for her to gather all the dark wood. Personally, I like the idea. She has a friend that she, oh, 20, 34. She has a friend that has one of those pickup spots in every biome. I'm decorating too much in other biomes, so I'm not doing it in every biome. Now, so we've gotten our pumpkins out of the way. We've planted new pumpkins, and we have gone through, and this one was going to be my little money patch, but it's not quite big enough to be a good chunk of money at any given time. So I went up there and I planted a 200 pumpkin spot. No, 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 we cannot have that. Not in front of my goofy stall. Let's see, sell. Do I have anything to sell? I'll sell those, sell those. I've gotten to a point where I have so many of those. I try not to keep too many on me. And go up here. We have about 38 minutes left until the shop rolls over. Let's double check that. Yeah, about 36. And then do a little cleanup in front of Scrooge's place. So I've rearranged my valley from my last video. Like I said, I watch a lot of inspiration all day long. And I got to a point where I was like, nah, my valley just seems a little boring. It's been like this for too long. So I updated. I bought the cottage because I'm going to tell you, I know everybody was like in love with the idea of the castle, but I'm going to tell you, this fits me so much better. And it makes me so happy because it still has that cute little house. I hope we get more houses that kind of have that aesthetic. I saw where someone moved it up into the Forest of Valor. And I'm going to tell you, it really fits. So if the house skin today does not, I'm probably going to get it either way, but if it's not cuter than this house is going up into the Forest of Valor, and I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this nook. So the way my valley used to be is those chairs, the benches, used to be on that end of the square, this little square. And it was mirrored over there by Scrooge, so you could stand here and walk all the way across. And that seemed very boring to me. And I saw where someone, in her video, she used this front section because it's so thin as gardening, which I liked because I never had, prior to that, I didn't know what to do with the trees. There was no good spot to collectively have all the trees. So I have my lemons over here because I tend to like them for energy the most. And then I have all the rest of them kind of over here in a ring. So I can just kind of meander through and pick everything. But the thing she did is she broke up the length of it by having this middle path that goes straight from the beach all the way up to the castle as a single like road. and then has little offshoot roads. And I really liked it. And I finally had a good use for this fountain because to me, this fountain makes sense with that in the background. And it kind of works that way. Like it doesn't, it's short, it's squatty, so it doesn't break line of sight of anything. But it's also very whimsical. And I gave people places to sit. And my favorite part is the characters actually do come and crawl all over this space like Buzz just did, and will sit here and chill here, and I love it. So breaking it up so that you had this sitting area 1, the middle spot, and then 2 really makes me happy. I haven't quite figured out what I want to do to decorate this space a bit more on either side, but I'm super excited. And she also did, guys, okay, I just like that sometimes I can push the characters around and sometimes you can't. I mean, it's kind of rude, but it was kind of useful when they got in the way. The other thing she did is because originally I had Remy's house over there where my trees are. She had hers sitting next to each other, which I like. It gives it a bit more of a brownstone townhome vibe. One of those like live and play environments, live, play, shop environments. So I made like a nice little like French cafe vibe. Nope, I did not mean to go. Hi, Remy. I didn't know you were awake at this hour. Pick up. We're not trying to go in anybody's homes. And I like that it doesn't like cut me off from this little spot. Which while we're here, and this is yellow. So I ring that. Now, the one thing I will say that I haven't figured out how to deal with very well is watch this. Let's see if it'll do it because I'm on stream. See, you get locked in. So I'm going to try turning this rock. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay. But there have been a few times where I've had to basically teleport out of that spot because no matter what I do, I can't get out. And clean up in front of Scrooge's. And now let's go in Scrooge and see what he's got for us today. Ooh. I have some of, okay. I think I have this, or I think I have one similar. So we're going to buy this. I only have one of these, so we're going to get this. New wallpaper. Oh, that makes me so happy. That's the one thing that is limiting my ability to design inside my house is I have some... I keep waiting for the little squatty candles to show up. But I have some wallpapers. I have a lot of flooring of different variations of dark wood and medium wood, and I don't think I really have any light wood. Some tile, but I really don't have as many usable wallpapers. I have some pretty wallpapers, but they're like the Toy Story wallpaper where it's like you're designing a very specific room, and I don't want to design that room. I just want to design a nice room. Oh, I like that coat. Ooh, a tie. I'm always a sucker for a vest and a tie. Let's put that on. Wardrobe, tops, black. Okay, white. There we go. Oh yeah, Yeah, I'm feeling it. Oh, and another one. That one's gray. I'm going for a black and white vibe right now. Okay. Green. I don't really wear a lot of socks. I tend to like wearing the kitten hills. We got some blue ones. Oh, a burger stand. I don't think I own this. What is this? Okay. I wonder if you can cook in it or if it's just for decoration. Let's see what we got. Okay. So this showed up probably about a week ago, like right after the update. I now have 5 of these. Like, I just don't need. Ooh, I don't have this fireplace yet. Oh, that makes me happy. Gonna make me a rustic room now. All right. So I hope everyone is having a chill morning. We have now wiped out Scrooge as his primary patron at this point. I'm pretty sure it would have been cheaper to just open my own store or just buy stock in his. We're gonna come up here. Woody's is still the same. I've started doing something over here, but I don't really like it. Like, it's cute, but I don't know, it doesn't feel right. So I'm probably going to tear this down. Depending on the house skin today, I may be tearing it down and putting my house in this section. We're just going to buy everything off you, sir. Thank you for having better numbers, and I'm going to buy this so I can cook more later. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the cottage up here and have like a massive front yard. Oh, we're going to go take a peek at Woody's place right quick. Let's do a time check. We've got 26 minutes. Good. So I built this. I wanted, I, I saw where a lot of people, because I struggle with, there's 2 people I struggle with the most. And it was Woody, which originally I had Woody's RV next to Goofy's house so that it looked like it was Goofy's RV. Because in my head that kind of made sense. But I saw where a lot of people made an RV park. So I've put this up here kind of as his personal RV park. Like, it's one of those spaces that, like, this is just for him. It's not a parking space for a lot of people. And then I set this up out here. My theory was that when, oh, not Andy. Andy's little sister's name was, oh my gosh, I can't think of it. But when his kid showed up, he would have a space to play with his kid. So now I'm furiously Googling Toy Story, Andy's sister. Her name, Molly. It's surprising. Molly is one of my favorite characters in a different book, which is probably why I can't remember that. But I wanted this to be a space for him and Molly in case we ever get Molly, or if Andy ever shows up, which I don't know if we'd ever actually get Andy, because Andy's like a teenager who's gone off to college now. The other person I struggled with, which we'll hop over to their place, was Wally, because Wally's place is just, I love Wally. I would not change Wally, but Wally's house is kind of an ice. It does not fit with anything else in the village. Like, the coloring doesn't work in most of the biomes, and then it's just a giant vehicle. So that's kind of like off-putting. So I originally I had it down in the meadow, and inside the meadow I kind of had it hidden. Well, I've taken a similar tact up here, um, which my favorite thing about Casita, which it's already done it, so I don't know if it'll do it again. Let's see if I exit and then come back in. Okay. If you watch, my favorite thing about Casita is the windows chitter and the tiles move, and the house says hello to you. It's my favorite part. So I built this, like, I wanted to go for an Animal Kingdom vibe. And inside the Animal Kingdom, that's where some of the houses, because I know in April we're getting Simba and Nala. So I wanted to have a place that felt more like the Animal Kingdom park, which, if you've ever been, you know that, like, you meander around these paths and there are village styled buildings, and inside those and then there are separate places where you can go and get on jeeps and RVs and stuff and go see the animals, but they're not like at a zoo in a cage, like in an enclosure. So I wanted to have a similar vibe up here. This way you like had the village meets safari zone. So back here in this space that I didn't come to a lot, actually. Ooh, another one. It's been a few days. I built this space where I have enclosed his house so that, like, it's not visually as apparent, and I put his little garden up in front of it because I don't want to separate him. And then I put, you can see I put 2 sets of fences, and then back here I hide my chest again. I have those everywhere. I used to have the dark wood ones, and then they updated it, and weirdly enough it became an indoor only item. So I put the light wood ones outside. But I've done this. I don't know if I particularly love it, but it's working for right now. I was going to put it, let's see if you can see it from up here. I was going to put it over there by that pond over there, but I couldn't really latch on to anything aesthetically. Oh, I saw last night, I was watching a video where a guy started building hidden Mickeys into his valley, so that when you are looking at it directly on, it's just decoration, but if you look at it in furniture view, it's a hidden Mickey, which I thought was just the cutest idea on the planet. Run around, clean up a little bit so Casita doesn't feel so, like, bogged down. I have so much of the white wood. I don't know what to do with it. Like, nothing builds with it other than the gazebo, which I built the gazebo and then promptly was like, well, now where do I put you? Because it doesn't really work in my meadow. But it's got ivy on it, so it doesn't work in certain biomes. Show you what I mean. I think I'm going to put it down here in the Glade of Trust, because to me it's got that, like, I live in the South, so it's got that, like, southern charm, ivy vines, wisteria trees kind of thing going for it. That, like, New Orleans old village. So I think I'm hoping eventually we'll get Princess and the Frog. This way I can put them down here. Um, Mostly because, and I mean this with all of my heart, I want her best friend in the village so badly. Oh my god. I am bad with names this morning. I can tell I haven't drank enough coffee. Like, I know her name the moment I hear the voice, but I can't think of it right now. Tiana. Charlotte. Charlotte LeBeau. LeBeau. Oh my god, I want Charlotte cackling, running around and just squealing and cackling about beignets. That would make me so happy. Actually, it would probably after a while get on my nerves. But like, I loved Charlotte. She remind like I watched a show called Heart of Dixie, and it's another one of those takes place in like small town South. And it was so funny because she reminds me of a character off that show. And honestly, she has reminded me of a couple friends I've had in my life. Yes, people like that actually exist. Um, they're just people made of actual sunshine. Like their entire personality is glitter and sunshine. All right. Good morning yawns. Got Mickey's house, Minnie's and Goofy's. I think I got this build done on my last stream or my first stream. We were going through, and then over there in the corner is Prince Eric. I've learned with these longer biomes, you have to break them up because if you don't break them up, it's a nightmare to try to decorate them as a single unit. You have to have a theory. And I've started using a lot of the crowd flow management tools that they use in the parks. Um, I I've had several family members at this point who work in the parks, and I went to school at at an arts college that had a program of internship for the parks. I had quite a few friends that were the oh god, what were I don't know what their actual titles are, but the photographers you stop to get them to take pictures of your family that wander around the parks. I've had several friends in college who that's what they did. I never had a chance to intern, but that's because like I went into web design, and Disney's not going to trust an intern with web design, which they shouldn't at all. That would be horrific. Um, but there's a lot of things that you learn about the parks from people who have worked at the parks that you do because subconsciously you're meant to do that. Like you were literally directed to do a certain behavior that you do naturally without realizing you're doing it naturally because that is what the park is set up to cause you to do. It's a lot of it is genius. Um, Maybe I'll start going through some of that stuff on my streams. Just random tidbits I know about the park because I've known people who worked at the park. Um, I will tell you, the one thing I've always wanted to see, and at this point in my life will probably never get to see because there's no reason for me to ever work in the parks, um, is the tunnels underneath the Magic Kingdom, which allow the employees to go from one section to another without being caught. I have been told not what's there, but that they're fascinating and there's tons of memorabilia just along the walls that because of who they've been in the parks. They're not allowed to tell me anything about, but they're like, you would get lost just in looking at all the stuff. And I'm like, I believe you 100%. I would definitely get lost just looking at all the cool stuff. All right, let's get a timer. Let's see where we are. We've got 13 minutes. Ooh. Oh, that's right. I got new clothing. Let's get all of this cleaned up. I'm so glad they added the stumps in. It's one of those things that was like there was never enough wood, and now there is like a rampant abundance of wood, which is nice. Let's go up here. My favorite thing, one of my small this is that Disney magic, okay? It is a stormy, yucky, icky, rainy day. Ack. You go up these stairs, and suddenly it is a beautiful, misty, snowy day. That is that little touch, because they could have left it raining up here. There's no reason. This is on the same playing field as the Forgotten Lands. Exact same plane in the game as the Forgotten Lands. But this area has snow. It's those little touches. That little Disney magic. That is just, as you can tell, I'm gathering supplies for decorating up here. So I've got a bunch of, I've just got a bunch of my like winter aesthetic stuff put up here. Because what I'm going to do is instead of, let's see if there's a chest nearby. Instead of decorating, I got a few spots. Instead of decorating everything very haphazard, I have a theme for certain biomes. Let's see if there's anything I can eat right quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. There. So this biome, because after we got done with the holiday festival Star Path, everybody had all their winter stuff, and it was pretty. And then everybody basically tore their stuff down immediately because it was now January and no longer felt like the holidays. And I've decided that's for the birds. I worked hard for all those little Star Path winter things. So this area is going to be permanent holidays. I've actually decided I'm going to decorate this very much like a German Christkindlmarkt. I spent several years in my childhood in Germany, and one of the things, I can't get to it, one of the things that I used to love to do was I don't remember when it started because I was a kid, but every winter right or before Christmas for like a month or two, the Christkindlmarkt would show up, and it's a large outdoor festival where you've got games, and some of them have rides, not like big rides, but little old Ren Fair styled rides. And you can get your hot cocoa, and you can get your mulled wines and candies and hand blown ornaments. And it was always one of my favorite things. They have a version of that here in Atlanta that they do, but it's not nearly as big. It's getting bigger every year, which makes me happy. Eat some more because I would rather have that than raspberries. But it's nice being able to have something like that to do that's not just like a specific holiday event or like a forced obligation. So I want to decorate this area to have that like winter biome, Chris Kingle Mart, Santa loves everybody vibe to it. And I'm doing a lot of stuff that has kind of a Swedish Danish tint to it. Mostly because the Frozen stuff all has that vibe to it, which is really nice. So I've got the like hot cocoa stand. I've got goofies. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna make this area over here the actual Chris Kingle Mart, the shopping plaza, and then this area over here, this L-shaped space, is gonna be more Frozen vibe to it. I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm noodling. And back to the rain. Hey, boo boos. Okay, they are my favorite critters in the game. Usually, I'm a squirrel person, but I'm going to tell you, they are my favorites. All right, let's see how much time we have. Do I have enough time to go put everything away? I do. Let's go put everything away into storage, and then we're going to sit and wait on the shop to roll over. Boop. This is my favorite part. This is the only chest I still have to upgrade, I believe. So at this point, like, honestly, I don't really see the point in having more chests than this at this point. Mostly because this is a lot of space that, I'm gonna be honest, I'm never gonna do enough resource gathering that I'm gonna need more than this. I do wish there was a way to, like, a button to port all of it back into your personal storage. There. I think that's enough space. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Now, we'll just go down, put everything away. Oh my god, this used to take so long. It was so frustrating. Now it's just like, tap, hit a button. Tap, hit a button. So I've got all of these orange and orange. And yes, because there are so many flowers, I have certain ones broken up. So red, orange, yellow, and green are in this box. And black, blue, purple, white are in this box because it was the only way to get all of them into an organized system. And then doop. Okay, we're gonna call that seafood. I think that counts as seafood. There we go. Oh, I've got some stuff left over. Let's go put that in the correct box. This is gathering. That I'm gonna leave in my box right now. That's mining. Yeah, I find that, let's see if I have enough. Functional items. Large chest. Nope. That's okay. We'll do some Dreamlight Valley later. Okay, so This is my current crafting room, which I like. I've got all of my weird... I haven't done the golden potato yet. I know that's going around. I'm going to do that tomorrow on stream, along with the red potato, because I've seen that. I've been trying not to watch the videos. Sometimes they crop up. But we're going to work our way through that tonight. Or tomorrow night. So we've got 3 minutes. So, my thoughts, okay, on this is I am in a position where I can afford to buy all the bundles, especially if they are priced the way they were last week. I think the first set of bundles were priced the way they were because I have a feeling those items, we'll never see those items again, ever. I think those were like collector's items, and I didn't get them. I don't think I bought any of the packs because I was kind of annoyed at the pricing. These were all like I think they were like $17.50 or $12.50. I have it in my planner because I keep a planner for work, and okay, so the Premier Shop was $37.50 for the house skin, $33.65 for 3 pieces of furniture, $48.50 for 3 pieces of furniture. That's the one I wish I had gotten. It had the bed in it, but I didn't really care about the bed. I wanted the bookshelf that was in that one. And then there was one that was $30.40, which was 2 pieces of furniture, and it says 1D. 2F1D. So 2 pieces of furniture. Oh, and 1 decoration. So today, and then it went to like $17.50. I want to say the house skin was kind of the same price. I want to say it was also somewhere around $37.50. But I'm going to start keeping track of it because at this point I'm curious what their pricing model is. Like, I'm trying to figure out how the devs decide. Not how Scrooge decides, because let's be honest, that dude is nuts. But I'm trying to figure out how the devs decide how much something is. Today is March 1st. I get a new tab in my planner. Sweet. So we've got the house skin, because we're pretty sure they're always going to give us one of those. And then let's see what they give us. About 40 more seconds and we get to see. This is the part we've all been waiting for all morning. So take a sip of your coffee, enjoy your breakfast, watch as you're getting dressed to walk out the door. Hopefully you're not watching this in the car as you are driving to work. That is a no-no. We keep our eyes on the road. And I say that because I know people who do that in real life, and I have to get onto them because that is so dangerous. But we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, change. It always takes a second. Their bibbity bobbity magic's a little crazy. Oh, $12.50. I didn't realize you could still see the prices. $1,200. And then $1,200. So this was 3 pieces of clothing. 3 pieces of clothing. And 3 decorations. Because I have a feeling with enough math, I can figure this out. I wish I had grabbed I'm going to go back and look on my video for the price of the house. All right. Ooh. Okay. So we have new things. No house skin. That's the first thing that catches my eye. So we've got one piece of clothing. We've got three pieces of furniture. We've got three pieces of decor. And then we've got three shirts. So three pieces of clothing. And I'm going to take down all the numbers right quick. So 1750, 1500, and then 1200, and then 1000. And because somebody out there was sweet enough to do all of the math for us to figure out, a single moonstone, I think that's what they call it. Yeah, a single moonstone is 0.003 cents. So it's not a full penny, it's like 0.003. So we're going to do the math. For 1,000, that's $3. Okay, and then for the Touch of Arendelle Pantry, that's going to be $3.60. And then for the Touch of Arendelle Kitchen, that is $4.50. And then for the wings, 1750 times 0.003 is $5.25. Okay, so what we're looking at is $5.25 for the wings, which we're going to go ahead and get. And then the Arendelle Kitchen is $4.50. And then the Arendelle Pantry is $3.60. And then all three Mickey shirts is $3. So we have $3 plus 360 plus 450 plus 525. So it is $16.53 for this week's full collection. Now, we're going to do a little show and tell right quick. We're going to go down to the fourth floor. Oh, I have stuff down here. Let's see if I have anything in this room. Oh, I know where we should go. No, can't go there. I need a show and tell room. Maybe that's what I need to build today. Okay, so we're gonna go with some neutral stuff here. And then floors, we're gonna go with a nice neutral floor. Okay, so now we're gonna put things out into the space and see what they look like. Tables. Okay, this was all Arendelle. So where's Frozen? Frozen. So we have the counter. Actually, all Frozen. And then we got the stove. So we're going to put that out. We got the upper cabinet. We've got the furnace. We got the decorations. And I think it was this. Okay. So you will get in our shop. Yep, we got that. So first let's look at our furniture, because these are supposed to be better than. Now I will say, first, I like that there's side decoration. There is interesting detailing. The feet on the actual piece of furniture look nice. The plates have a very pretty pattern to it, which is also the same pattern as the top one on the wall decoration. The smaller plates have a decoration, it's more subtle, and there are pretty wine glasses in there. Um, Honestly, this reminds me of china cabinets that you find in old southern homes, which mostly came out of a European aesthetic. We've got some beautiful painting decoration. It's not a solid piece, so there is some striping. Um, you can see grain and texture. So I'm going to say I like this piece. I think this piece is a nice piece. I like the handles. I like the hinges. The plates. I like them. They're pretty. I can see where you would use them, and I know it is a common practice to hang decorative plates using decorative plate mounts on walls. I've never been that person, but that's because I'm a klutz. I am more likely to whack them off the wall by accident trying to do something, so I never trust myself enough. Um, okay, I I like I like this the wood stove, and I say that because my grandmother had a wood stove in her house, so I'm going to preface this with I am biased towards wood stoves. Hers was a brick wood stove, but I like this. This is cute. I think they could have added so inside you can see it's just color, like it's just an open box with a colored background. I think they could have done a little more by putting some wood in there, but then they would have had to have found a way to make the wood look like it was crackling. Um, but I think they could have thrown us a bone with putting some embers in there or something to make it look like you've actually burned wood in there. Um, I like the coloring of it. It's got the same patterns on it, the same motifs that that has, in different colors and the same flower design. The hinges are cute. I love the feet. It does feel real. I like that they put a couple pieces of wood underneath, and I like the rivets. So I like it. I think they could have done a little bit more with this piece, but I do like it. Now, let's look at the cabinets. Um, I like the snowflake on the side of the bottom one. I like that you can tell there's some decoration in the wood trim. It looks like it's just the side wood trim, which is cute. I like the wood grain texture, and I like the dark versus light. Oh, they're the same. Okay, so the pulls on the cabinets are the same pulls as here and the same hinges. So that's nice. That's very cohesive. Um, the sides have a nice little slant piece of wood. I can't see anything on the top, but it looks like it's got a oh, it's got the like open box like you find on a lot of cabinets. That's nice. It's cute. I like that one. I think the hinges look a little like door pulls, but I like it. Okay. And now we've got the stove. This one to me is the most interesting because it's kind of got the most going on. It's the same color as the wood stove. So we've got that same like mottled purple reddish color tone to it. Let's look at the sides. We've got the same flower motif. We've added in the cute little upside down heart as a support structure, which I like. Um, it looks like you've got two drawers, one for cooking and one for putting in more coal. The burners are interesting, and the feet are cute. Now, I will say the feet on the wood stove and the feet um, on the stove don't match. I think it would have been interesting to have them be the same style of foot, and then the ones on the stove be gold, where the ones on the foot are that like purpley color. Again, I like it. I do feel like there is more detail in this than there are in some of the other pieces, which to me does make it feel more premium. I don't know if the plates necessarily have the same attention to detail that everything else in this collection has. Like, to me, this collection is very well put together. I feel like the plates are just kind of added in. I'm not sure what you could have replaced it with though. So I like it. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. There's like the wood stove, they could have put embers down in the bottom of it, which I think would have been a good touch, which would have made it a 9 out of 10. And if the feet had been the exact same but different colored, I would consider it a 10 out of 10. So I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. Now, let's look at our new wardrobe pieces. I am not sure where to find the new t-shirts. I wish they gave us the ability to are they I don't know why my headsets keep turning off. It's getting a little annoying. Um Maybe they're under coats, because they did look like sweaters, and sometimes sweaters get lumped into this category. I always think of them as tops. There they are. Okay, so first, we have Mickey in our pocket. Okay, this is cute. This is super cute. This is stinking cute. I like this set. Um, this is one of those sweaters that if I saw it in the park or I saw it in like Target or something, I'll be honest, I'd probably buy this. And I would, especially if it came in blue or green, I'd be down. Um, I'm probably going to put my character in the pink one. The pink one looks really good on her. Yeah, I feel like the pink one fits the most with her. So I'm going to leave her in that. And then let's see the back. Let's see what the new wings look like. Oh my, those are an entire experience. Um, we're gonna put her hair up so that we can get good looks at them. Oh my gosh, I probably will not be wearing this sweatshirt. Okay, hold on. First, just standing there. They fidget like the butterfly wings. Okay. So they kind of have a biblically accurate angel vibe to them, which anyone who's read Revelations at any point in their life, because they were that teenager, will understand. um, I like it. First, okay, I'm going to need a second to stare at this. No, you need to turn back around. First, let's talk about the back piece. The back piece looks like a bunch of gems have been added to your sweater. So my recommendation is find a sweater or a shirt that those colors look good on, because they are kind of hovering off your back, but when you're looking directly at your back, it just looks like a pattern on the sweater. Um, so let's look at the layers. We've got layer 1 of fluffy feathers, layer 2 of fluffy feathers, and then we've got actual wing feathers, which have a fun pattern to it. So that's, and then you've got the lower set. Stop turning around. Stop it. Then you've got the lower set, which are a smaller. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna need to find something that works with this. Oh, like that looks really good. Oh, that looks even better. You can tell they designed these wings with this dress in mind, because like that and these and then the jewels, like this all has the same vibe to it. Um yeah, like that doesn't look right. That could look right, but it still looks kind of off. I'm probably going to leave her in this because it's got a cyberpunk feel to me. That's kind of nice. This is another one of the Frozen dresses, which you can tell it looks like it fits. And it covers all the way. So this might also, they might have also had this dress in mind when they decided this. I'm going back to this one because I feel like this is a look. um, let's see if we can find any tops that this looks good with. Blue. Oh, we got to get rid of the sweater. Okay. Oh, that looks nice. That's kind of interesting. Tops filter blue. That could be a whole experience. Corporate Disney winged angel. I think those are really the only ones that it's gonna look right. That's the right blue, but it doesn't feel right to me. This feels very chill, and I like it. Doesn't work with Monsters University. That's Ratatouille. All Frozen. Let's see how much of the Frozen collection it works with. Oh, it's kind of adorable. I don't think it necessarily works, but it's adorable. Oh, well, that's dramatic. Does not work with Anna's vibe. Okay, so it's got the right blue up here, and this is kind of a bit of the darker blue. Oh, and the hoodie drapes over it, and there's already a pattern on the back. So this could work. This is cute if you have the elemental blue hoodie. And we'll change out with these earrings. Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. I like it. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave her in the hoodie because I don't know. I want that dress. Oh, this is a whole thing. Frozen. Okay. I am not a dress person in this game. I tend to not wear them. But I'm gonna say like this is worth wearing a dress for. We're gonna put that hair up. And we're gonna come. Now we need a different hat because those don't work quite as well. Oh, that's an experience. Nope. Nope. Plain. I might have to make some Mickey ears to go with this. I don't have time this morning to make them, or I would. And I don't like those. I don't like them. So I think we're going back to the Dazzling Mickey. And then we're going to change her hair. This is not the hair for me. Was it the no. No, no. Where is my hair? There it is. Ariel hair. the hair I'm constantly shooting for in real life. But I like these because they got the blue in them. I know they've got a lot of gold, but there's not a lot of gold on this. Oh, wait. Hairstyle. All the way down. Blue headband. That works for me. And now earrings. Because those have silver, or I would put those on. Okay. And I actually wear glasses. That's why my character has glasses on, is because she doesn't look right without them. She's modeled similarly to me. It's like me, but Disney me. Okay, so I hope everyone enjoyed this morning. I'm going to start doing this more often. Oh no, it is later than I thought. So I'm going to get off here, and I hope everyone has a great day. And if you choose to decorate with the Arendelle sets that we got today, tag in the comments and shoot a photo. I'd be more than thrilled to see it. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great morning. Bye.